Hey guys, Matt here in Shenzhen. I recorded just this previous video about James Dobson, and I felt like it wasn't necessarily going to be part of a daily vlog. And then so this will be the beginning of today's vlog. I'm leaving Shenzhen, I'm headed west. The loss of James has me a little bit depressed and introspective, not very excited. With my accident 4 years ago and a few days prior to the anniversary, and me riding to the point of my accident, and then James losing his life, I have a lot in my mind, and I don't know how far I'll go today. I definitely didn't want to stay in the place I was staying before. It was sort of depressing in itself, like the room, so I wanted to get out. So I'm gonna get on the road. I don't know how far I'm gonna go. It's 260 kilometers to Guangning, the area of the accident. I'm gonna head that away. I don't know how far. Should be kind of a nice ride through Shikoh, and I'll be able to see Hong Kong across the water there, and then we'll start heading due west. But it's going to be a lot of city riding, a lot of urban riding. Take it easy, guys. It's almost noon, starting late. Let's see if we can put some distance now. In memory of James. I don't know what your opinion is of these pay-for bikes. I think it's amazing that the city allows for people to get around on these bikes, and you know, they're a really interesting benefit to the community. But man, when they just get tossed around and left around, they sure as hell become an eyesore. And they're everywhere. I mean, just in Shenzhen alone, there's got to be 100,000 of them. And then here, if they go bad, like look at that, this one's all toast. Just somebody just dumps it here. This one's toast. This one's toast. I saw a bunch of bent wheels, and you know, they just kind of discard them. A bunch with the tires off of them, and I don't know. A good deed done wrong, maybe. A good premise, but a bad result. I don't know. Headed that way today. So I'm going to be riding along Shikoh. I stayed in Shenzhen for almost a month on the first iteration of the Jayoe World Tour before I had my accident. And me and Annie came up to visit me. She was with me for a little while. And we took a ride along the Shikoh area here, beautiful riding area. And sort of funny, it was along this area right here that old lady ran into Annie, fell down, blamed Annie for it, and then tried to extort her for money. I have a whole series of videos from Shenzhen. They're some of my more popular videos. I'll link a couple to the description below. But yeah, I remember this road very well. Annie was super pissed. And if you know Annie and super pissed, you don't want to be around Annie. Right up here, right by the bushes. Annie was riding, old lady fell down. It was her fault. She couldn't balance on the bike. Fell into Annie's bike and then immediately blamed her for it. And then her family got into the mix, and they were trying to, like the grandma's like daughter and grandsons and grandkids were there. It was a big mess. Way over there, that's Hong Kong. That's one of the major bridges to Hong Kong over there. Not a bad day. Seems as though they put a lot more restrictions on bikes. I see a lot of like no bike signs. I remember when me and Annie came here, it was during the holiday. A crazy amount of bikes on this thing. Bikes and people all bumping into each other. It was a mess. So I guess I understand it. It's nice being a trike. You're like in a weird zone. Nobody understands if you should be here or shouldn't be here. I just default to I should be here. Nobody seems to complain. That is one thing in Asia that I will never understand. The ability for cyclists, whether they're e-bikes or bikes or whatever, to ride on totally dysfunctional vehicles, you know? This guy's wheel is wobbling all over the place. I've seen people with the wheels turned, so like both wheels have to turn to one side, and like the profile, if you're directly behind them, the wheels don't line up. Or squeaky, squeaky, squeaky wheels, or chains that are barely hanging on, or broken derailleurs, or missing spokes. I mean, I've seen the gamut. And they just keep riding, they don't care. Kind of gotta give them credit, it's kind of Jayoe-ish. My dad, man, every day we come back with our bikes after a ride, he'd say, get out there, polish. If there's any chrome, I want to see it shining. He'd give us this like a baking soda kind of thing. I mean, it was a chore. We learned to take care of our stuff. And it just bothers me. It makes me want to pull over the guy over the side of the road and be like, can we try and fix that for you, buddy? Hey guys, so I stopped early. I'm in my hotel room. I actually found a really nice place, not too expensive, and only did like 40 kilometers. Tomorrow I'll start early, rock this thing out, and make a long day of it. But just gonna clear my mind of today's happenings and tragedies, and move on to tomorrow. So I'll talk to you later. And like I said, if you can contribute to James Dobson's cause, I'll leave a link in the description. Yeah, do it for him. Take it easy, guys. Jayoe. Good night.
Next time on the Jayoe vlog.
I've been riding for about an hour and a half. We are in Dongguan. There was definitely a lot of prostitution here from what I was told. Lays a mirror, like a mirror disc, and it's got a mountain of cocaine on it. There was a security guard back there. Oh boy, he was not happy that I had my trike there.